One of the key skills you need to have if you're starting to learn herbalism is learning how to connect what you're smelling or tasting with the herbs themselves, with the actions that the herbs are giving you. I hate to say it, but if you don't have a sense of smell or taste, herbalism is not going to be working very well for you, especially if you're doing incense crafting or something like that. But for instance, like this jar has some yellow dock, okay, Rumex crispus. And if I open the jar, and smell it. It's sharp, it's pungent, it's bitter. You can definitely, you can smell how bitter this herb is. Like, you don't even have to taste it, but it helps if you have some tincture that you can also drop on your tongue, or make a decoction, or a tea or something, and then you want to taste that flavor so that you're experiencing the flavor of that herb. Something like this is sassafras root, okay? Oh, I love the smell of sassafras. This is root beer. This is where root beer comes from, sassafras root. So this jar smells like root beer because that's the roots for root beer. Something like this is peppermint. So obviously, I think we all know what peppermint smells like. You can definitely smell that's cooling and brightening. You can smell the volatile oils like coming up into your senses. It smells so nice and happy and cheery, you know? And that's the thing. One of the key components of aromatherapy, like when people are learning about aromatherapy techniques, smells can change your mood. They can change the way you're feeling. They can change the way you're experiencing things. This is a big pickle jar full of sage. Let's see. So, how old is this sage? I think is it from last year? It might be from last year. Anyway, but you can smell, there it is, especially if you crush some. Crush some of that sage up and then sniff it, and immediately the volatile oils like burst out into the air, and they assault your senses. The way that you can connect with those herbs is through the smell and through the flavor, and you can feel again, volatile oils have effects on your mood. They can get into your sinuses and clear your sinuses. Volatile oil content is a really important part of certain herbs. And then, but being able to connect the smell of that herb, those herbs, with their herbal action is a really key critical component. This is comfrey, and I haven't really thought about the smell of comfrey. So, like, here we go. I'm testing myself now. Get this jar open. Comfrey smells green. You can smell, and I know that's not a very good descriptor. Like, if you imagine how grass smells when you're cutting grass, you smell that green, that chlorophyll scent coming, like permeating the entire air. That green, it just smells green. Comfrey smells green, and if you smell, I smell it again. It smells nutritious. And in fact, comfrey, the herb, this is the leaves of comfrey. Comfrey has roots, super duper long tap roots that go very, very deep down into the earth and suck up all the nutrients from deep down in the soil. And then that comes out into their leaves. And the leaves have been used as compost starters and as fertilizer for people's gardens for, hundreds of years, if not thousands of years. You do have to be a little bit careful with dosing comfrey if you're going to take comfrey, just because I'm talking about this, because of the pyrrolizidine alkaloid content, which can, like, if you were to take this internally as a tea for a few months, you'd probably end up with permanent liver damage, which is not good. Which is why we want to limit the amount of time we're taking. But I'm just saying, familiarize yourself with these herbs, smelling them, tasting them. Like, I could make a cup of just comfrey tea and drink it just to experience the flavor and what that does to my body. And it wouldn't hurt me. Having one cup is not going to hurt me. But again, with all of these herbs, that's one of the best ways you can learn and experience what it does. Take them one at a time. And experience it. So I I do this with tinctures as well, because especially if you do a single herbal tincture, like you made a tincture of just peppermint, you can smell it, you can taste it, you can it's basically a peppermint extract. And you can feel what it does in your body. It's going to cool you down. It's going to soothe your stomach. It's going to do all these wonderful things for your body. And that's the way that you get to know that plant. So I'm trying to figure out if I can do a workshop right now. And it's just a local in-person thing. But I wanted to give you that lesson so that whether you're with me, learning with me or not, now you know one of the keys to learning herbal medicine. And I hope that helps you on your herbal learning journey.